We had thought about it for a long time. But we just couldn't figure out what to do. How could we make a healthy, tasty, and sustainably sourced meal for 4 on a budget of just $6?
I mean, really, most college students spend $6 a day on coffee alone.
But the difficulty of the problem didn't deter us from solving it, so we put on our game faces and came up with this awesome meal.
Here's what we did. We figured out each of our total individual budgets and put them together. Our total, $6. After some research, it became clear that we were going to have to hold this meal to 3 characteristics: buy bulk ingredients, go to farmers markets, and keep it veggie.
First, we started with the grains. We found 28 pounds worth of emergency rice from Walmart for $29. At 1/4 cup per serving, that's 28 cents per person.
Then, we moved to the proteins, finding whole food soybeans to be a suitable match at only $1.99 a pound. At 4 ounces a serving, that's 2/4 a person. As for healthy fats, organic olive oil did the trick, costing roughly 16 cents a serving.
Lastly, we needed our vitamins. Here come the fruits, veggies, and seasoning. Apples for 43 cents, spinach for 25 cents, and rosemary for a negligible price since we planted it ourselves.
Voila! We created a tasty 480-calorie meal that supports local farmers and uses organic ingredients.
However, we didn't meet our budget constraints, as altogether we spent 53 cents over $6. Moreover, after some research, we found out that our food sources are probably a little bit problematic. While we were able to really cut our costs buying in bulk, in doing so, we bought our foods from companies like the survival foods company Augustin Farms located in Utah. With their large-scale production as reflected by their site, questions are raised that our grains were produced with nitrogen-intensive methods. Moreover, being that the company is located so far from DC, the transport to us definitely added carbon to the atmosphere. Secondly, even though we bought our soybeans from Whole Foods, as the senior global vice president of the company, Michael Benescott, admits, in terms of selling soybeans with GMOs,
well, it's almost impossible currently to exclude them from any product.
Which means, even at Whole Foods, our mighty beans were probably sourced from the Monsanto Corporation. This diminishes how equitable our meal truly was, as Monsanto is known for suing the farmers with which it makes its contracts. Lastly, even though our olive oil was organic, being that we shopped at Walmart, we did support a large supply chain that spews lots of CO2 into the atmosphere.
Thus, as our checklist shows, we realized that finding a meal that is sustainable and meets our budget is an incredibly difficult task.
This got us thinking, just solving the problem wasn't enough. We figured we also ought to do some research on resources that provide healthy, sustainable options that don't require nearly as much thought.
And that are local, which reduces the probability that we attached ourselves to products that support big supply chains and corporations that, while able to provide us with cheap meals, aren't so kind to the environment.
The first resource that we found was the farmers market. DC farmers markets, including the Foggy Bottom, DuPont Circle, H Street, Penn Quarter, and Silver Spring markets, all have programs supporting SNAP recipients. Those who receive SNAP can see awesome people like our friend here and receive these tokens, redeemable for an amount equal to the items that you purchase.
DC Central Kitchen also has an awesome program called Healthy Corners. This program works with local corner store owners to provide healthy food options at prices below what one could find at your big supermarket.
Thanks for watching, and now for the part you've been waiting for, the food.